The camera is on you. You are coming across completely comfortable, confident, and relaxed. You don't have to worry about where do I look, or am I sweating, or what do I do with my hands, or you don't have to worry about any of that. Imagine that you have a perfect message. You're not fumbling around looking for the right thing to say, trying to remember stuff, but instead you have a clear, focused message. You're happy to talk for an hour, but if you only have 30 seconds, that's fine. You're going to communicate your message in a very clear, focused way. And next, imagine yourself being bombarded with questions. Maybe they're friendly and sympathetic. Maybe they're tough and mean. You don't care, because you're going to answer the questions on your terms, in your style, in your way. You're not going to ignore the questions. You're going to answer the questions. But you're going to answer the questions with a strategic focus so that the reporter, the host, they're happy, but you're happy too, because you've really communicated the exact messages you want. Now, finally, imagine that you've packaged your messages with interesting quotable sound bites. You know in advance you're going to get the exact quote you want, word for word. Not just the general message, not just a few facts there, but you're going to get the exact quotes you want in the final story. But realize the ultimate goal here is to communicate the important messages you have about lung cancer and treatments and what the world needs to know. All you have to do is come across the best you can possibly come across. That's it. And when you know you're coming across your best, it reduces all the nerves. Everyone has something they would like to come across better. Their volume, their air capacity. I wish I had a full head of hair, but you know what? If I'm communicating on TV, it doesn't really matter. What does matter is that you go into an interview, if there's a TV or video camera around, knowing that you look your best, sound your best, come across confident in your beliefs and in your story. That's important. Then you can focus on what really matters, your compelling message. You have messages that if they reach more people will save more lives. That's ultimately what it's about. When you go into an interview and you're so focused on getting your message out, it becomes almost impossible to be nervous. Because if you're focused on helping other people, you can't think about, oh, poor little me, I'm nervous. You're focused on helping other people. But for you to come across in your style, the way you want, and to know that you're coming across authentic and in the best possible light, your style and your message and your quotes. Now, if you're nervous about speaking to the media, do you know what that means about your personal psychological profile? It means you're completely normal. Everybody's nervous about speaking on camera. It's a type of public speaking. Human beings are biologically programmed to have some fear of speaking, and when you're speaking to the media, it's even scarier because you never know how it will be sliced and diced and put out there. So it's perfectly normal and rational to be nervous about speaking to the media. I've worked with 400-pound NFL players, 6'6", who said playing in a game and getting tackled, that's easy. But what really scared them was doing a TV interview. So if you're a little bit nervous about that, that's okay. But you should be nervous when you think about it if you haven't been trained on how to deal with the media. If you have a family member now who says, can you go to the grocery store and pick up some milk, here are the car keys? If you're used to driving, probably doesn't make you nervous. But if you were 10 years old and had never driven, and someone tossed you keys and said, drive to the grocery store, that would be terrifying. Well, what's the difference? At 10, you've never been formally trained on how to drive. And yet most of us, after the first 6 months of driving, we can do it all unconsciously because we've done it so many times and been to driver's ed school and passed tests. Very few of us have ever been through formalized, structured media training. Even if you think you're not at your perfect looks and health and vitality right now, you being you is what's going to be authentic with the media and what is going to make your message even more compelling.